If you know the name Alexis Ohanian, there's a good chance you know it in the context of his marriage to tennis star Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes in the history of sports. But in Silicon Valley, Ohanian is something of a legend himself. He's the co-founder of Reddit, the social network valued earlier this year at $3 billion. Now, the man Forbes magazine once called the mayor of the internet is ready with his next big idea. Simone Boyce of our streaming service NBC News Now has our Sunday Spotlight.
I really do hope that the tech community down here keeps growing.
Yeah. If anybody can turn West Palm Beach into a mini Silicon Valley, it's Alexis Ohanian. He's an entrepreneur, investor, and at this point, tech royalty. Plus, his wife Serena Williams can train here all year long.
We've given up on trying anywhere else other than Florida.
These two met when they were both at the top of their game. He was in Rome speaking at a tech conference. Serena was there defending her Italian Open championship title. He plopped down next to her at breakfast, and the rest is history.
You wrote an assignment in 4th grade saying that you hated tennis.
Yeah, it's true.
When did you become more open-minded about it?
I've always hated tennis. It was only when I started talking to my wife that I was like, I'll give it a shot.
On work ethic alone, they're quite the match. At just 23, Alexis co-founded Reddit, a popular internet forum where users share and comment on content. It's still the 6th most visited website in the U.S., nearly 15 years later.
You became a millionaire overnight at 23.
Yeah.
Now you're in this wonderful, beautiful, high-profile marriage.
Mm-hmm.
All this, the cameras, the fame, is it weird? Do you ever get used to it?
I still live relatively anonymously most of the time. I think being the co-founder and face of Reddit was really helpful because from the moment that I graduated college, I had this responsibility where I would always try to behave in a way that I'd be okay with appearing on the front page of Reddit the next day.
Responsibility is not something Alexis takes lightly. He earned the nickname the mayor of the internet for his political activism to protect internet freedom. And he stepped down from the day-to-day operations at Reddit last year to fulfill his responsibility as a father, ultimately becoming an outspoken advocate for paid parental leave.
Given the complications my wife had after the childbirth, I could not have imagined needing to go back to work or worrying if I was going to have a job when I did get back to work. And yet that is something that most Americans have to deal with.
These days, Ohanian invests in other startups instead of running one of his own.
Do you miss the startup days at all?
No.
No?
In part because I think I can best scale my expertise now, helping another generation far exceed the stuff that I was able to do.
Tech's elder statesman, Ohanian is turning his attention to what he considers an untapped market, the elderly.
Looking back on the last 2-3 years, elder tech is this trend that has emerged, and you have this opportunity to bring technology to a generation that has been largely ignored.
His venture capital fund, Initialized, recently invested in the app Papa.
Papa connects college students to older adults for companionship, for assistance, and transportation. It's like a grand kid on demand.
Come on in. How are you, sweetheart?
I started the company to support my grandpa, my papa, and realized that we could benefit other papas and other family members out there in the world.
Was it intimidating at all working with this guy at the beginning?
If I'm being completely honest, I didn't know that he was the founder of Reddit when I first met him. So maybe the answer is no.
See, I tell you, I lived so anonymously most of my life.
That anonymity may be disappearing as Ohanian makes the most of the platform he's built. For Sunday Today, Simone Boyce, West Palm Beach, Florida.